question, sorry. And there was something on about question and about learning Japanese, and then this guy who's got a PhD said, look, when I was learning Japanese, I had to learn the new sounds ra, li, ru, re, ro, because it doesn't exist in the English language. Well, ra, ran, re, rip, row, rob, ruh, run. They all fucking exist, you fucking stupid fuck. And he's got a fucking PhD. I wish I had a PhD. And I'd get that big salary. I think some of the teachers that maybe in the old days, they get fucking 12 million or more. And then they get fucking 6 months off. What? Those were the days. And then if you bumped into them on the train, they'd ask fucking 5,000 yen just for saying hello. Because they're cunts. I keep on looking at this. It just look. I don't usually like the egg on the top of the rice. I haven't eaten it many times here, but it's very popular with the Japanese. But with that, then again, like it's got on that photo, it looks fantastic. When you get it, not so sure. Oh, these knives and forks have been open all night. If that's okay. Thank you. Very beautiful eggs. Arigato. Just look at that. Perfection. Shakira Kashira. Kashira means it might be. Sometimes I don't get it with this. Sometimes one of these margarine squares is enough for the toast, and then sometimes it isn't. Some people stand up. So last night, I was watching something on Facebook about people living on the dole in England, in Britain, and this council tax is a right fucking liberty. People that have lived in some of these houses for like all their lives, they were born there, and then the government, they're charging people because it's a bedroom. They're saying that there's only one person now, or the kids have left, and they charge them a fucking tax. So if they've lived in the house, let's say it's a 3-bedroom house, they've lived there, what the fuck has it got to do with you? They've lived there all their fucking lives. And you're saying you don't need them because there's only two people who want to give it to this cunt from fucking Ethiopia. Fuck off. And if you won't give you the house up that you... Uh, people, if you live in a house for a long time, you get fucking attached to it. There's an old guy, end of my street. The plan was for him to move into a nice new apartment. He didn't do it. Because he's probably been in that place where he is now for like over 50 years. And if he did, it'd probably kill him. So when the council were asking these people to pay rent, they've got no fucking jobs. And then they're saying, pay the fucking council tax on these fucking rooms. Sorry, it's not a room tax, not a council tax. You wonder when I get fucking mad. I don't know if this is a national thing. I don't know if each council is different. And the other thing about this, they want these people to move, but there's nowhere for them to move. They're all no one-bedroom apartments. Maybe they should do what they do in Japan. But what if those families, with a divorce rate, a lot of times, does it also mean if you've got grandkids, the grandkids can't come to visit. Who's lurking? I wonder. Is it Ed? Wow, it's already 8 minutes. Hey. Alright, Keith, been a long time, pal. Be alright. How are things? Are the fucking fires starting up? I saw a late night show clip and they were mentioning Bill Maher, and I think they were mentioning fucking the heat or whatever. On one hand you got the fires, on the other hand you got your COVID. Happy days. Now they're talking about the fourth wave in England for the COVID. So you missed the beginning of the onslaught. So this 41 degrees. Fucking hell. That's hot for California, isn't it? This guy's supposed to go. He says that he had to learn how to say ra re do re ro because the sound's not in English. Well, of course it's in fucking English, you idiot. Row, row the boat. Row, rob. Fuck, man. If it's 41 now, that's probably just because the Americans are evil. Why, you know, it's they don't mind putting billions into advertising to get into power, do they? But when things need doing, you know, like the infrastructure and you know, like, and they could put money into like maintaining these forests. It's fucking, you just can't get through to these fucking people, can you? They're just fucking, not you, but some Americans are just taking it to the next level, thinking they're the next fucking species or something. Some of these, there's one guy on Facebook, and he asked, "What's going in your life? How are you dealing with this and that?" And there's some of the fucking questions, some of the answers. They're living in a fucking different world. But it's causing so much fucking, I guess, well, it's like, oh, poor me, and how the fucking world's affecting them. Oh, I'm getting depressed because of the world. I'm getting depressed because of fucking LGBTQ or whatever. Well done. Did you see that fucking diamond that was dug up the other day? I don't know if it was Zambia. About that fucking big. They say it's worth 1.4 billion. Yeah, these are the people. Mustn't forget the lower countries. But this fucking, it's fucking unbelievable. We're listening to people we're listening to about 3 people that have got an opinion. It's like a fucking, no one, if an area gets burgled or robbed, it's usually 1 or 2 people that's doing all the fucking burglaries. My sister. And it's the same with these fucking comments who are complaints are like, someone says something out of shape, out of form. You get one person that's got like all these fucking followers. All of a sudden, the newspaper's reporting it, then the government's reporting it or mentioning it, and then this poor cunt has to go and say, "I'm sorry for saying that." Tell him to fuck off. Did you see that the diamond? It was on FaceTube. It was fucking massive. I once read a few years ago that this guy had figured out how the gold ran. We know when it was made, how it was ran, and he could find it. Do you know how diamonds are? You know how diamonds come about? They have these massive tubes in the ground, like fucking, you know, thousands of feet deep, and there's like some kind of fucking volcanic reaction, and it just fucking creates these diamonds. But the truth is, they're fucking bullshit, the diamonds. No. The only ones I was interested in. You know you know the guy that abdicated, King Edward, and his yellow and green diamonds, red rubies, all fucking apps. You know, like informed into like little animals. It was fucking absolutely beautiful. These things, but this he was a king's ransom. You know, he was so fucking rich. He could buy those for his wife. He should have turned her into a porn star. Do you think Meghan Markle's like the new Wallace Simpson? Because she divorced once or twice, Meghan Markle. Yeah, I know. We know all about it. So it's still in fucking news 100 years later. Well, you're talking about Harry did, or Henry. I wonder if one day Harry will come back to England with his tail between his legs. I hear these headlines in the Daily Mail where it goes, Harry's going to get divorced, and then you click on the story, then it's according to. I fall for it every fucking time. But was she popular as an actress when she was in that suit? You know, did people like her? You know, but she's a bit self-righteous, isn't she? A bit bossy boots. Yeah, I think it's the more he talks, he's a typical army officer, isn't he? Fucking dumb. She was. Poor Harry. Candice, who is Candice? Candice. Do I know Candice? Best not say that to someone in the army. He'll get you. I don't think I could be one of these people with the earphones. You know, when they have these phones in their ear. I don't. Are they twats, those people, or what? They're very, you imagine like having a scrap with one of these people and punching him right in his fucking earphone. And like the screeching goes right into his head. That'd be funny. Will Willow. Who's Candice? Speak up, cunt. But it's got to be fucking same with the earpods. It's got to be irritating having those in your ears all the time. So is there any thing that could spring a fire to your place, or is it all burnt down around you, geek? And do you know something? On the app, it had. I should have written the number down yesterday. So the first beer is on the app. There's a beer for 165 yen. Especially, yeah, fucking. It's not. Why don't you garage the car in the? Pay to have the car carriage. There were some very rich people in Florida, and they were buying apartments and putting their cars in the apartment. Is it people that are starting these fucking fires? Is there no patrols going around like fucking checking? Because I know a few of those fires were started by people, weren't they? Good idea. No, but well, there should be patrols. Even volunteers should be driving around, bicycles, whatever, looking out for fucking strangers. But what about the recent ones, though? You know, instead of fucking police stopping innocent fucking black people, they should be driving around fucking looking for these homeless fucking with matches. I think they should make it a law for it to be illegal in places like California where it's hot. They should make a law illegal to carry any fire starting equipment, like a cigarette lighter, like a box of matches. You know, just make it illegal to carry these things in these areas. In the pit, even if you carry, if you have a cigarette, you instant dismissal. Trying to wire his hot tub mug. To tell you the truth, I find that one spark. I find that story false. I find it false. It was like the girl that said she burnt a love letter from her boyfriend. That was bollocks. She started the fire. She was a reserve fucking firewoman. She started a fire to get some fucking overtime. Thank you, gorgeous. She's not used that this time. Hang on, geek, I'm just going to get another cup of tea. The fucking... You know, once again, they should bring in laws that any work that's done outside in these areas, you should have water standing by a fire extinguisher. The sparks come off those grinders. Well, I never knew that. I know that it fucking I know that it fucking cuts your skin. I've had that experience a few times. The tea isn't so tropical today. In Australia, the farmers are burning the fields to try and kill the fucking mice. Have you ever seen one of those mice videos? I've seen the last time this mouse epidemic happened. Didn't help that they kill all the fucking rabbits. The last time I saw one of these, this woman opened this door and 3 foot high wall of fucking mice just fucking flew out. When I had a mouse problem in the house, I felt a mouse, it walked. So I felt the mouse walking down my body. That gives you the fucking shits. I'm just glad it wasn't a rat. I'll just have the sugar. It's not often I have a sugar in my tea. So stop the coffee, geek. I'm looking after my kidneys. Did you see I put a video out saying Ed Yurushte, a message to Ed. You start the coffee as well. I've got another 10 days before my next visit. See, what happened was my puddings were about, pudding level or creatine level was like 0.9, then it was 1.1, then it was 1.3. Oh, dear. Yeah, like I said, I've been cutting, and I found out that fucking daikon or mooli is really good for you. So, well, first time I saw this guy with the students, and he was eating this daikon salad, and I'm thinking, oh, that looks fucking shit. And then he goes, no, it's nice. And then later on, maybe 3 years later, I tried it, and it's quite good actually. And apparently, it's a cruciferous vegetable, and it's very good for your kidneys. So, cherries and berries, been eating those as well. They're good for your kidneys. Beer's not been so good with the fucking alcohol. You know, so I talked myself into getting two bottles of Stella and pouring them into a big glass. I think it's not as good as Nama. It's not as good as draft. Well, he gave me my kidneys weren't putting the creatinine into the urine for me to expose it to get it out, and so that's why he gave me the tablets. But like I say, I think the basis of it is, of course, like weight loss. That's the most important thing. So I was watching a video last night, and it was this guy. I think it was a made-up fucking video. He says he went on a 1 meal a day for 30 days, and then he said I lost 2 pounds as well. I'm sure that if you, I guess it depends on your start out weight, doesn't it? But I'm guessing you'd lose more than 2 pounds if you went just 1 meal a day. Did you stop the drinks as well, Geek? So I'm going to dump some rubbish today, pay for it. But the last time I took this last week to the Chinese guy, he says it was 600 yen per kilo to dump. That seemed a bit fucking excessive. Like the normal price is like 80 yen. So if I wouldn't take wood, but if I did take wood or plastic, it'd be like 80 yen per kilo. The thing with these fridges is they're very light, and so they don't like taking them. Yeah, I wonder if I took a burner to them and then shrunk the size. Like before, I took like three truckloads of these refrigerator cases. You know, took all the metal out of them, And the last time I took them, it was like fucking 50 yen per kilo. Now, I don't, it says they say it's 100 yen per kilo now, which I don't mind paying. But fucking 600 yen, there's a different story. Ohio gozaimasu. Yeah, I was talking about I was talking about a young man, a young Japanese guy, and he had some balls. He went to I put the video on my line on Facebook. He went to this nightclub and he taped everything, and they were telling him he's got fucking. He says, "Is it 3,000 yen?" Everything, yeah, everything. The girl inside said the same thing. He's taping all this. Asked for the bill. 3,000 yen. He asked for the bill. Take a wild guess how much this bill was. How much the damage came to. Take a fucking wild guess. $140,000. And a beer, 15,000 yen. So obviously this guy refused to pay. Someone came in, took him outside, I think fucking smacked him, and he goes, "I'm not going to pay." He goes, "We're going to kill you." He goes, "I'm not sure, I'm not bothered, I'm not going to pay." So they took him to the police. The police don't want to get involved. They say it's a civil dispute. I think if someone wants to charge you like fucking 140,000 yen for a fucking hour's drinking, that's not a civil dispute. And so he says, "We can't do anything unless you've got proof." Because two people have told him it's 3,000 yen. So this guy, who I think is very brave to do this, he said, "Yeah, I've got proof." The fucking guy from the bar went ballistic. You can't fucking do that. Delete it. Yeah, so that was brilliant. So, but obviously there will be a lot of Japanese men that fall for this, and they will pay that 140,000. In fact, a guy that worked for me once, I can't remember where he was from. It was a young Muslim, but he might have been in Canada, and he fell for this, and I think he paid $1,000 or something. We went in a supposedly legit one. My sponsor's staff took me there. 30,000 yen for 1 hour. They brought 3 sets of girls, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 30,000 yen. And he paid it. I would say, no fucking argument. We didn't want these fucking, didn't ask for these fucking girls. Because I was going to give them fucking any money towards it. And that's why gaijin are not allowed in these bars, because they know they'd have trouble getting the money out of the gaijin. Be a load of fucking kerfuffle. With these Japanese, they know they can get the money out of them. That's a good question. Maybe I should do that. That could be a good video. Well, it's not so much getting due, but it's actually paying the fucking money, because they're gangsters, aren't they? You know, especially if they're a bit wet behind the ears, straight out of university. Well, they're not insane race, it's just thievery. You know, someone who's a bit shy, and he thinks he can get to meet girls, Well, I was talking to the guy that ran the meat place opposite my place, and this is why he was saying he would go in and talk to girls, and it was like 5,000 yen an hour. And I suppose when you look at it like that, it's a lot. It's a lot better. A lot of these places they do have signs post. These are probably legitimate places. They will have signs posted saying like for 30 minutes it's 7,000 yen, for 1 hour it's 10,000 yen. So, but that's the basic. If they buy drinks for the girls, the sky's the limit. We've had the same in London as well, and there was one case where they tricked a Japanese customer into doing it because they can't get an alcohol license, so they give them some fucking pop, and then they give them a bill for like 200 quid. Can't believe that temperature, geek, in your place, 41. Fuck, man. And that's June. But maybe nowadays those prices aren't far off. I guess, is this in London, geek, the 20 quid for the beer? It certainly wasn't up north. Here we're going to get this fucking foreigner. So what happened when he asked for 20 quid? You told him to fuck off, or what? Or did he change his mind? Oh, beautiful girl, very tall, I like that. Hey, America, was this in a seedy place, or was it? It can't have been in a normal pub, can it? Hey, American. Was it in a normal pub? And just some cunt trying it on? If you'd have put on an accent like mine, you'd have charged you 2 quid. Cheap northern bastards. I wonder who's lurking. Moy-chan, Ed-chan, Robin. Yeah, there you go. If it's a basement, yeah. Yeah, if it's in a basement, I'll say that again. I think you're lucky he only asked for 20 quid. You know, like recently and looking into this kidney things and everything, I just wonder, you know, like putting pressure on your kidneys and everything. And I just wonder how these, you know, these people that eat all this food, how they go on. Can't be good, can it? I think the other day there was some cunt walking through the streets, open-handed, with a machete, just walking through the fucking street. You don't want to fucking see that on your fucking morning walk, do you? Just wondering where. I know I hadn't had a coffee for what, 4 days, 5 days, I think. Yeah, so maybe I mentioned I was doing that. I was doing that water fast, and I was. Then I saw this video saying if your creatinine levels get above 2, your kidneys could shut down. If you do a water fast and these levels go over 2, your kidneys could shut down. You fucking die. So the police, a lot of people phoned in, and the police are asked if anyone knows this fucking madman. You don't want to be like fucking. Yeah, apparently, because basically what they're saying is that it wasn't so much for me because I'd done fast before, so hopefully any toxins I had, hopefully they were cleaned out. And they say, for example, if you're big and fat in America, they say they're just carrying so many fucking toxins in the body, especially with the American diet and the processed food in America. There's just so much poison in your body, and once you go on a water diet, all these fucking toxins get into your kidneys, and your kidneys are just overpowered. End of story. So you've got to do it very steadily. But that fucking woke me up. But I did have like some electrolytes on the second morning. I had some Pocari Sweat. It's gonna be this next year is gonna be bad. And I think because the governments haven't put enough thought into locking all these people up for all these fucking months. At the end of the day, this has got to create more stress, and people are just looking for anyone to fucking upset them, anyone to put them off their stride, just to release this fucking pent up fucking anger that they've got inside them, this fucking stress. It's not good. So that's why I'm not going to England. Because sometimes I say something and people get upset. Yeah, the guy the other day in America went to his car, brought a gun back, shot the fucking checkout girl. I'm trying hard not to fucking say anything to the fucking people, but they're always fucking up. The thing here is, Geek, you can't tip them. They won't accept your money. So if you feel guilty about saying something or doing something, they won't take money unless it's my friend's half Australian, half Japanese daughter. She will take the money because she's not fucking daft. She was working in a yakitori shop in Osaka, and she went to university to study Japanese. She found the course very, very easy. I think my daughter's university fees for 4 years is like $20,000, which she's paying off herself. She's a great kid. So there was on this American classroom, and there was this young man asking the biology teacher or the science teacher, "Miss, what is the difference between an enzyme and a hormone?" And she you probably know this joke, but this was like a real life case, and so the teacher explains the difference between an enzyme and a hormone, and then she goes, and then the kid says, "But miss, an enzyme doesn't moan." And then she like goes, "Hormone?" And then so when the trick kicks in with the teacher, she just walks away laughing. So that was quite good. I was just wondering, maybe many our biology teacher was a single woman called Sandy. She was hot. That was the nickname. I can't remember the family now. Well, that's the good thing, though. He can't say he's explaining things. He was giving her extra homework. Oh, it's the female one. Okay. It seems to happen quite a lot with the female ones in America, doesn't it? Female and boy students. I saw one the other day where this woman, she was like going after a retarded 15-year-old student. I know two people, and they went out with high school students. And they both married and got kids. And one of them is a doctor. One of the student that he married is a doctor. Yeah, well, I guess a lot of girls, they can just go. They don't have to go with an old man. They can just show their pussy on fucking. What's it? Fans only. Only fans are fans only. But now I think they should call it Fanny or Only Fanny. As you know, Fanny in England and America, different words, different meanings. You've heard that? What's that? I must have said something. or you. Yeah, I was watching something very scary. There's a video on YouTube, and it was, and one thing I didn't know, that Japanese men see their girlfriends and wives as their property. They own them. That fucking Jason's eating hot dogs again. You know that's crap. I had a when I first went to Costco, I saw the queue was the hot dogs looked fucking fantastic, and I thought I want one of those, but the queue was too long. So, and then a few years later, my friend, they went to Costco, bought a load of fucking hot dogs, and I ate one cold. Fuck man, that was disgusting. If you're gonna eat those things, you've got to eat them hot, because cold they're fucking awful. But I think hot dogs, have you seen how there's a video on YouTube, of course, of how they make hot dogs? How much, I wonder how much they are at the game. Jason Geeks, come back. There's no need to talk about, like I was having a go at Americans before, but there's no need to call them that, geek. The king rib. Yeah, but if you have a nice sausage and put that in a nice bun with some onions and some tomato sauce. But these fuckers, yeah, I don't like they got these little finger sausages like that in Japan, and then I didn't like the white. Day off today, Jason. Just come back from night shift. I love the girl with the big tits behind the counter. Anyway, so now I have a new policy not to slag off the people that work in restaurants to their faces. I was once in an Osho, you know Osho, don't you? Chinese restaurant, Japanese Chinese restaurant, and there was this guy, and he got the fucking attendant round the neck. He got it pulling his fucking tie around his neck, and I just and the fucking manager was trying to like release the stress on the tie, and I just wondered, if I'd have gone up and like smacked the guy around the fucking head, I'd have been legend. He might have kicked my head in, but at least I'd have been fucking legend. I'd have probably got charged by the cops. I don't know what it is. Why is it that in societies the coppers seem to take the side of the perpetrator instead of the fucking person that's being attacked, the victim? It's amazing, isn't it? Oh, there you go. They hang on, just going to get a drink. I went and I couldn't stand it. I think I'm testing myself. I went and got a cappuccino. I realised, I don't know whether it's worth doing. This German guy that was working for me, he wanted to buy compressors from refrigerators from scrapyards, separate them, then sell the inside. Now the inside is like a core transformer, and these are the proper price of these. Most people sell them as motors, small motors, but they're three times the price is three times the value of the motor. Well, you know the block transformer, geek, inside a neon light, which I knew there was copper inside, but what I didn't know, because they're sealed in a gunk, but because as they are, some places won't even take them, and some places will pay 44 yen per kilograms. And if you cut these open, they're core transformers inside, and so it's worth three times the value. So that's what's been on my mind, whether I should do that with these high prices. Are you still doing that two meals a day, geek? Because I'm guessing that you're doing 2 meals a day or 1 meal a day, you're going to give your kidneys the time to recover, aren't you? Geek, have you got Netflix? Check out Working Moms. It's quite a good. I think the woman that wrote it, maybe she used to be on Saturday Night Live, or she was a writer on Saturday Night Live, and it's about 4 or 5 working mums, and it's quite interesting, quite funny. But one of the characters in this is an Asian wife, so like so some of these and the tread, okay, and the Asian wife is like a bit of a slag. So I'm just wondering if they're having a go at American men that are married to like Asian wives. Well, if you want a fucking 7 or 8 stone wife as opposed to like a 15 stone wife, men will go for Asian wives. What's tread about, Geek? I need a notebook, don't I? Oh, I see. Yeah. A hero of our times. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, they're intelligent without the fucking big mouth. If you get an intelligent American woman, of course there are many. If you get an intelligent American woman, they're just all fucking mouth, aren't they? They just don't shut up. So they're too fucking woke. There was an American woman. I think she wrote a book, and it was about how to keep your husband, and it was like looking after his every needs, doing everything he said, and this drove American women crazy. Because she was like being subservient to her husband. You know, he was looking after her, she was looking after him. But the American women in general did not like this premise. Yeah, we'll get you fixed up when you come over. Just start studying Japanese. So someone was asking me the other day, is it true that I don't know. But the thing is, if the willy is too big, a lot of women don't like it. So what about one of them bridal wives, Geek? Get yourself a bridal wife from Russia or Vietnam. I might go to Vietnam next year. And that's another thing for going to Vietnam. I might start picking up French again. Did you watch that Lupin? About the Senegal guy, went to France, became a hero, now he's in America. Lupin's a good series. About a gentleman thief. I think all these characters were portrayed by white guys in the past, but white English-speaking guys. Now we've got a black French-speaking guy who's the new hero. I was thinking of asking Moy out this week. The beer is back on. But Moy doesn't drink, so I don't know how she did the job. She was working in as a nightclub, so I don't know how she managed not to drink doing that. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. You know what you're saying about Ed having some problems with his, because he mentioned that just before he didn't turn up again. So I hope he's okay. Oh, did he actually do that on the 4th? I've just looked at that message. I didn't see that before. So he actually did that on the 4th of July. That was Tom Cruise's birthday. That's Tom Cruise won an Oscar. Is Geek still there? Is anyone else there? Newcomer number 4. Just going to get a cup of tea. Is anyone else there while Geek is away? The lurkers. Oh, come on, lurkers, show your face. speak now or forever hold your Pee Wee Herman. I'm giving it 40 seconds. Then I'm going to close it if no one's there. "30 seconds. A new person come, new person. Show your face, or so I'm going to close it. What happened there? 3.